Hey guys, what's up? What's up, people? I found my angel cards because I had put them away all the way on top of the shelf, right in the corner. Yeah. So I shuffled on camera. Before camera. And your answer to your question, what are you thinking right now? It's either about a job, a relationship, a move. I don't know what it is. Only you know. Let's say yes, baby. Ooh, I love this card. Your angels are talking to you this morning. They're saying, yay! Ta-ta-da! You got this. It's a big yes. Y-E-S. You know why? Whoever's watching, you've done the work. You've done the work. You've learned. You've learned from this lifetime. You've learned from many, many lifetimes. You've learned your worth. You've learned your worth. And when you learn your worth, that's when miracles happen. That's when things start to connect the way you want them to connect in a flash. Yeah. Because you've done the work. You've done the work. And maybe many lifetimes you went through this cycle over and over again. Over and over again. You try to go through these cycles, so many times. And maybe with one person, maybe with one person you went through these cycles so many lifetimes, but you never learned your lesson. This lifetime you learned the lesson, who he is and who you are. He never learned his lesson. You learned your lesson. Finally, man, it took you 7 lifetimes. And you might have promised him that you were going to come back, and you came back and you kept your promise. But when you came back for him this lifetime, what did he do? What did he do? He probably cheated on you. He betrayed you, right? He manipulated you, right? He was hot and cold with you. He didn't give a F about you, right? This lifetime you learned. This lifetime you finally learned. You finally learn to break that contract totally. Yep. And then you do. Then you finally do. And then God rewards you. Yeah. God rewards you. He does. He sends you another higher level soulmate from a different lifetime. Yeah. Because you've been born 77 lifetimes, man. Know what I'm talking about. Oh, yeah. And no matter the distance, no matter the age, love is love, people. That's a big yes here. No need to worry. No need to worry. You've done the work. It took you so many lifetimes to get to this level. You had to learn from all those relationships that you were in. Many taught you love, right? And maybe many had gotten away. But many taught you what love is not, right? You have to learn what love is not to know what love is. You understand? You have to go through that heartbreak with somebody to know what love is not and what love is. Because you always loved. You always loved from your heart, man. You always loved from your heart. Always. But they didn't care about your love. They treated you like a toy. Whenever they wanted to play with you, they would play with you. And whenever they wanted to throw you away, they threw you away. And you learned your worth, that you're not going to go through that anymore. You're not. You're not going to waste time with people who are not going to communicate with you. You're not going to waste time with wishy-washy people. It's either a yes or a no, It's not like you're going to rush into anything either. And you're not going to make any hasty decisions, because if you're alone, you're not going to rush into something. No, you are going to figure yourself out if you haven't figured yourself out yet. But I feel whoever's watching, you have already figured yourself out. Yeah. Because the person you thought from your previous relationship that you had a breakup with was yours? No. Look what I got. There's something better. Yeah. There's something better. That's what the angel said. Yeah. You finally let go. You had to leave. You had to let go of your previous person. Even though you love them. Even though you love them and it hurt you. But you had to let go. Because you knew, right? They weren't treating you right. And you hung on because you loved them. Right? But angel says there's something better. So you had to go. You had to let go. And once you let go, if you haven't let go, you will find your emperor or your empress. You will. Yeah. Yeah. And who is the emperor? You ever thought about who is the emperor? The emperor is the person that you always imagine who he was. Coming on a white horse, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Yeah. He's well established. Right? Very confident. Not insecure, thank God. He knows what he wants. He knows what he wants, yeah. Yeah. But he doesn't have wandering eyes. Once he's with you, he's with you. When he says he loves you, he loves you. He loves your mind, body, and soul. Yeah. That's who the emperor is. And that's who he is. He's strong in his words. He's courageous. He's masculine. And he knows what he wants. Yeah. And you know what I love about the emperor? He's not a bullshitter. If he doesn't like something, he's gonna tell you. He's not gonna beat it around the bush. So he's gonna tell you, hey. And that's what I like. He's very honest. He's very loyal. He's very trustworthy. You can trust him. Oh yeah. You can trust him. Because when you look in his eyes, that's all you see, trust. Yeah. Yeah. He's not controlling. No. Because he trusts you. He trusts you. Yeah. But he also knows if he ever loses that trust, he will leave you 1, 2, 3. And same goes for the empress. If she ever loses that trust, she'll leave you 1, 2, 3. She don't care. Yeah. So I must tell you. Then who's the empress? Who is the empress? She's humble. She's sweet. But don't make her angry, though. Don't make her angry. No. Does she have a temper? Oh, maybe a little. But she kind of mirrors the emperor. They have to mirror each other to come together. They have to mirror each other. And they are reciprocal. They have reciprocity, I can't say that word, with their love. He loves her and she loves him. And there's nobody between them. And that's the best thing. But I gotta tell you, in a marriage, now I'm talking about kingdom marriages. In a marriage, when these people meet each other, there's a union from past lives. When they get together, it's a union, right? But There's nobody in between. It's just the emperor and the empress. The only person who's in this union is God. You know, my mom used to say there should only be 3 people in your relationship: your husband, your wife, and your creator. Only those 3 people. No outside noise. No. Only 3 people: God, husband, and wife. That's it. And if you know that, your marriage will last. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Stay prayed up, man. Marry a man or marry a woman who believes in his or her creator. Yeah. Marry a man who believes. Marry a man who believes in himself and his creator. Marry a man who loves God more than he loves you. Marry that man. Marry that man or marry that woman. You know why? Because they always go to him when they have questions, right? They always go to God. Yeah. And marriage is not easy. It's work, guys. It's a lot of work, but you gotta put into the work, right? It doesn't mean if you get in an argument that you're gonna look for somebody's other attention because your husband's mad at you or if your wife is mad at you. No. There's gonna be days and you're gonna be mad at him, but is any relationship perfect? No. No relationship is perfect, guys. But it's work, man. Whoever's listening is about to get married, I think. So be careful, right? But then again, I see, this is what I'm saying. You met your emperor, and if you haven't, he's on his way. And this is for a guy. If you haven't met your empress, she's on her way. Yeah. If she's not on her way, she's praying for you. Wherever you are in the universe, she's praying for you. Because she's learned that God said, I'm sending you somebody who's never gonna leave you. Never gonna leave you. Never. Yeah. People left you just like that. Yeah. People might have just left you just like that and thought that you were a nobody. But they forgot. You're somebody. You're God's child. But this emperor will never leave you. He will never leave you. He will never judge you. He will always love you with his heart. Because that's who he is. You're 2 bodies and 1 soul. Yeah. And you're going to meet him if you've done the work. And if you haven't done the work, please do the work on yourself. Please become the better version of yourself. Because when you do the better version of yourself, that's when you meet your match. That's when you meet your match, guys. But I gotta tell you, love is love. Love can move mountains. Love has no distance. Love has no age. It just happens just like that. Just like that. You know? You don't plan to fall in love with people. You don't wake up in the morning and say, well, I want to fall in love with this one. No. It just happens. And it might happen at first sight, you know? And maybe you fell in love with somebody before you meet the emperor, or you thought the other one was your emperor, or you thought the other one was your empress. But in reality, they never cared about you. No, because they were doing a lot of things behind the scenes you didn't even know about. But God showed you. God pointed that out to you. That's why the Tower moment had to come, and you had to break ties with that other person. Even though it hurt you so much, but you had to. You didn't know what else to do because you knew your worth. You knew you had to save yourself in this. Because if you didn't, they would break you. They would break you over and over again. And God didn't want that for you. So he discontinued that relationship. He cut that cord. You know that cord you have? Yeah, he cut it. Yeah. And if that person has hurt you, he or she, they're going through it right now. But I don't want you to be happy for them. I want you to pray for them. Pray for them. But they're going through what they made you go through 100 times. Yeah, because they messed with a good soul. And you were their good soul. You were there to be for them forever. Forever. But they didn't know that. They had wandering eyes. They wanted to sleep around. They were just... They might have shine from outside, you know, but inside they were empty. Empty souls. You know what I mean? They didn't know when they had a good thing. No. When they had a good thing, they sabotaged it themselves. And that's on them. Let that shit go. If you haven't as yet, let that shit go. That's what I'm getting. Yep. It's up to you. It's up to you. You hear me? It's up to you, man. In the near future, yeah. In the near future. In the near future. And if you don't know, meditate. Meditate. Yeah. Because, guys, love doesn't come easy. No, it doesn't. But when it knocks on your door, you will only recognize it if you've healed. If you haven't healed, you won't even recognize it. No. You will recognize it when you've completely healed from the inside out. That means not putting a Band-Aid on your heart. No. That means healing your heart. Loving yourself. Putting yourself first. Knowing your worth. Standing up for yourself. You got this, girl. And you got this, man, whoever I'm talking to. Because you're next at the universe. You're next for your blessings. Yeah. Namaste.